Gary Keller, who was the CEO and one of the founders of what's that brokerage he has? Keller Williams. That's right. He is now out. So let me read my notes
Out
here.
or steps down?
Well, so it depends on how you want the headline to read, right? So Gary
Right.
is stepping down from his role as CEO. Oh no, the collapse of KW, right? No, probably not. If you recall, John Davis used to be the CEO.
Yeah.
And then Gary Keller took his spot in 2019.
He came back to kind of go, you know what? I'm not done yet. I still have some big changes to make. And then he was very well heard from in the last year and a half.
He was very well heard from. Well,
Yeah.
Keller Williams fans are not gonna be disappointed. He isn't going very far. He'll now serve as the executive chairman of the board, which is kind of what we always knew would happen, especially if you're watching the show in the last 2 years. So who's the successor? Who's going to take over as the CEO? No one. That's right. No one. There's no CEO of KW. Josh Team is now the president and will assume all of his former duties, but will not take the title as CEO. This is in part due to Keller Williams forming a holding company called KWX, and KWX does have a CEO. That person is Carl. It's either Liebert or Liebert, Liebert. Here's a quote from the article from The Real Deal. Quote, over his career, Liebert's been in the C-suite at Bank USAA, Home Depot, General Electric, and was the CEO of 24 Hour Fitness from 2006 to 2013. This is the funniest part, I think. In August of 2019, Liebert was fired from his role as CEO of the automotive retailer AutoNation after only 4 months on the job. At the time, AutoNation's executive chairman, Mike Jackson, told the South Florida Sun-Sentinel that Liebert was not a good fit.
But hopefully it'll be a good fit here because
hopefully.
Technically, Gary, or they're CEO list now. I guess the X or whatever has a CEO, but they're CEO list.
Yeah, there's it's going to be, I mean, I guess they're just going to rely on the president to kind of do all those same duties and maybe a mix of the chairman going through the CEO of KWX, the holding company. I don't know exactly how that's going to work. All right. So let me get to a couple of comments. Melissa Mara said, so a longer time ago, I remember Dan picking on me from one of my old iPhones. I still haven't upgraded.
And by the way, I still pick on her, but my phone is now, I think, 4 or 5 years old.
Rethink Real Estate's in the comments. I don't know who you are, though. So tell us who you are, Rethink Real Estate. Yeah. Sounds like it may be using some phase shifting or other tech to cancel off some of its own audio waves, which tricks your ears and not being able to sense the direction of the sound it's coming from. Bose uses similar tech to make small speakers sound bigger. Oh, that's a comment about our previous discussion. Yeah. Zachary Faust says, the man. Hello,
Thank
sir.
You.
The myth.
Thank you.
Patrick Haggerty says, I thought this show has been going on since 84 when you guys first met at the Rollercade finals in Toronto. Only 2 years? Woo. 3 years, but yes.
3 years. Yeah. And I do remember those finals in 84. Ray and I were on fire. It was a tough battle, but we decided to share the title, you know.
So this is a good point. And I think, look.
Oh, there you go.
Said, oops, posting his Rethink Real Estate, which is also a great show / podcast. Oh, okay. Well, we should collab then.
Oops.
Oops.
I accidentally posted as my.
So Christian says, my guess is that KW's move to prep for an IPO so Gary can cash out on what he's built at KW. I don't think it's more of a cash out. What I think they're trying to do is compete with EXP. And so I think they're trying to move into a situation where they can do an IPO that would give their agents the ability to purchase stock of a company, and they could have a similar compensation plan and referral program as what EXP has been offering their agents, because that's been eating Keller Williams lunch. And if you haven't looked at the numbers, you should. There's a huge number of people that have moved to EXP from KW. Well, there's a lot of people also moving from EXP to another thing called Real. Just ask Tim Macy.
Yeah. So somebody tag Tim Macy of the Tim Macy Show on #whiteboxing.
Yeah. Somebody needs to tag him this week because we're talking about him again. But I think there's a better structure for what they're looking to do. And I agree with you, Christian, that they are likely trying to offer an IPO. He said yes, that too, to compete with EXP.
Well,
we'll see what happens, but I can definitely see this coming to fruition.
Well, and remember too, the 2009, right? That's the CTO. He was the chief technology officer, left Keller Williams, and essentially used their model. He just, I don't know if improved upon it is the right word, but he improved upon their model and took their model and just made it kind of more enticing to agents. So it's already the same model. So Keller Williams would just essentially have to catch up or offer more, but their base is already there. They already have profit share, in parentheses, if your branch is profitable.
Right.
But it all started from Keller Williams. The CTO left and started EXP. But yeah, I think EXP is on its way out. I mean, they had some big teams leave in the last few weeks, and I don't think they couldn't survive this. I just don't.
They did. As a matter of fact, now that you mentioned that, let me actually check their stock price.
Let's see what the hashtag Tim Macy effect. Everyone hashtag Tim Macy effect.
Yeah, let's see
what's happened.
Let's see this Tim Macy effect. Let's see. He's left in the last month, right? Okay. Let's see what's. Oh man. Oh,
see, they flattened out.
They're up a little bit, actually.
But look at that flat move, though.
I think he left right around here.
But it took a couple weeks, though. And look at it's flattened out. Now there's no more Tim Macy production.
Yeah. Well, you know, the market hasn't caught on yet, Tim, but they will. And when they do, I'm sure that'll go down, my friend. Christian Harris says, though to even come close to EXP, they will need to switch their model from profit share to revenue share. Yeah, that's true. And right now, the revenue share,
right,
that is based on the profit that their company little office is making. Yeah. Christian Harris says, I'm a little biased as I closed my indie brokerage to take my team to EXP earlier this year. And loving it, by the way. Oh, yep. Here we go. Have you heard his EXP story? No, I'm kidding. The stock would have kept skyrocketing if Tim Macy had stayed. Yeah, instead it's flattened out. That's what's happened, Tim.
Exactly. And Christian Harris, I'm telling you, you're not long for EXP. I'm just predicting. I've been known as a prognosticator of truth, so I'm telling you what's going to happen.
It's going to get real.